Hi there, welcome to another episode of Awakened Destiny. In this episode, we have a lot of topics to talk about, I'm gonna be completely honest. So, to get things started, as usual, how are you doing, Dustin Hero?
I am doing well, and also hello viewers and audience. Life has been lifing, the usual, but I'm here. I'm excited to record yet another incredible episode of Awakened Destiny. So how are you doing yourself, soldier?
I am existing if I'm being completely honest, but, other than that, I'm still chilling. Honestly, that's about it, I've just been chilling. Here lately, though, because we usually talk about what games we've been playing lately, I found a game on Roblox that's actually good. It's not your typical tycoon or simulator game like you would expect. It's basically murder mystery with cats.
Yeah, I noticed you've been on Roblox lately.
It is oddly a very fun game, and I've been grinding out a lot of different cat skins. I've already put some Robux into it.
That's entirely fair. I, myself, have been playing The Witcher 3. First playthrough, never have had any prior experience with the Witcher series. Really good. I am mind blown that I've never touched this series. I highly recommend it for anyone who's never touched a Witcher game. Play Witcher 3. You're doing yourself a favor. And of course, the game... Oh. Continue. Continue.
I do remember seeing you on Witcher 3 yesterday, I believe. I was like, oh, he finally picked it up. About time. Now it's my turn. I gotta figure out how to get back on PS5 to actually play it. Unfortunately, I've been trapped on PC for a while, so I played a bit of Dead by Daylight trying to get a new Sable outfit. Right now I'm working on saving up RXLs from the Rift so I can buy her leather jacket. But so far I bought a nice black top that goes with the skirt in the meantime. And I also picked World of Warcraft back up for a couple days ago. And I have the Undermines car finally. It drives actually pretty well. Surprisingly, for it being a World of Warcraft car, it actually feels kinda authentic to like if you're playing a racing game. It's cool. It's very cool.
That does sound pretty cool. I've been playing a bunch of Fortnite. We both finished the Battle Pass all the way through. Of course, we'll be talking about that later in the episode, but the other part of this segment is what games are we looking forward to? Right now, the one game I am looking forward to comes out Thursday, but if we're going towards the future, still Onimusha Way of the Sword, Borderlands 4, oh god, what the heck was it? There was another one I'm just blanking out, but it's mostly those two games right now. It's Player Obscure Expedition 33, Borderlands 4, Onimusha Way of the Sword, and yes, I know that's 3, but that's not the point. Any names you're looking forward, soldier?
The only games that come to mind are Onimusha Way of the Sword and Mario Kart World. I kid you not, I'm still excited about that, but that's the topic for later as well. But Onimusha Way of the Sword looks fantastic. I love the way it looks still. That's a topic we already discussed in the previous episode, so I need not go further.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna see that until maybe Summer Games Fest again. That's later in the show, among maybe Game Awards, but we'll see. Just to wait and see.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
other than that, I think that about takes care of our usual intro segment. Hang on.
Yep. So. And then for our shut up. For the first topic we have today, we have Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2, or not Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2, and the upcoming Star Wars season. And so far, my thoughts on this season, at least, it's been pretty fun. I mean, Epic, I do believe, needs to balance things out better. But the guns have been pretty fun. I like using Scorpion's Mythic. I love Sub-Zero's combat kit. The recent update, they added business turrets back, the rocket ram, which that means more mobility, so it's been pretty fun. A little broken, but I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Obviously, again, I already said we finished the battle pass. Solid season, probably an 8 out of 10 for me.
In terms of skins, definitely an 8 out of 10, because like the skins are pretty decent in certain aspects. For the battle pass, I love me the Baron. Fletcher Kane is fantastic, but other than that, I don't know. I mean, so far MK has been killing it hardcore with this season, because all of the MK content, the MK item shop cosmetics are really good. Geo blows this up. I don't know why I blanked out, but so yeah, the MK content has been really good. The emotes, very great. I love the Toasty emotes.
Toasty!
Like, honestly,
don't sue me,
what else to talk about, because you already brought out the gist of season 3, or is this season 2? I forgot.
Season 2.
Okay.
It hasn't been a good season. I mean, there's not. Again, if you play this season, you already know, but it was good. I mean, we're supposed to be getting I think we're supposed to be getting an event that leads to Star Wars, and the only thing I really have to say about Star Wars is it's probably going to be the most broken freaking season I think I've played in my life, besides the Marvel season that we just had not too long ago.
Oh no, it's 100% gonna be super freaking broken. It's not a joke. If we're getting Force Lightning sometime in the season, then
we are
gonna be broken. It's
Epic
gonna
Games already
be
confirmed
super broken. Cause I already know Force Lightning. I used it a lot in the Lego Star Wars franchise. Whenever I played Lego Star Wars back in the day, I always played as Palpatine so I could use Force Lightning. I just never knew.
Lightning.
And at the time though, I never truly knew the characters. I only just like kind of brushed over Star Wars. So I was like, okay, kind of a cool universe when I was younger. I never really knew the lore behind it or any of the interesting facts about it. I suppose that's why I kind of fell out with it these days, because I didn't know the lore behind it. I'm probably not going to bother anyway. I don't have the time to watch through anything Star Wars related these days. The movies are 2 hours long, the prequels suck ass, and yeah, that's about it.
There's too many miniseries. Star Wars is becoming more of a mess than Marvel right now.
Which is very odd to think about, really. You would think Star Wars would be more in control, but I am still actually kind of excited for this season. I think I'm gonna have it be like a kind of childhood season. I can't believe I forgot to pick up Chewbacca when he was in the item shop a while back in the Lego Pass, but he is back, so I'm gonna try and pick him up next pay if he stays, which he better, or if not, comes back at least for a Star Wars season start.
Can only hope so. I mean, I'll probably get the Victory Umbrella and play around a little bit, but regardless.
I mean, depending on how the exotics, mythics, or whatever they're gonna do with this season, even the medallions, depending on how it all looks and feels, I might play more of it, because this does seem like the best Star Wars content they're gonna be adding in the history of ever. And I'm not even that big of a Star Wars fan. I'm like Courage when it comes to Star Wars. I'm just like disgusted by it. But I'm interested.
I'm 100% Courage J Dizzle when it comes to this upcoming season. I'm just like, no.
I'm interested to see what they're doing. And oddly enough, I know everyone hates him, but I'm actually kind of excited for the Jar Jar Binks skin. He was super annoyingly cringe in the prequels, but if they're adding a style of him that was only prevalent in the Star Wars comics, but completely written out and just kept him as the goofy dumbass that we all know today, I think it will be very interesting, and I might actually tune into my evil Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Not that I
I
have
already
a
said.
regular Jar Jar. I don't think I've ever attempted to do Jar Jar's voice.
Yeah, but I've already said my thoughts, so we're just gonna talk about Return of the Jet. I mean, Game Informer. Game Informer is what I meant, right, Best Buddy?
I mean, you know, they may as well be Return of the Jedi because they grace us with with their presence, not our presence. It's way backwards. Yeah.
Damn,
yeah, Game Informer, you are blessed by our
acknowledge
presence.
us. Acknowledge us. I mean, I can say I've officially been in one of their magazines, so that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that is true. Wait, I thought that didn't wait.
What?
When did we... never mind. Not important. I do remember you entered a thing on Game Informer that turned out to be a complete ass. And I'm pretty sure I put money into that supposed to be happening, but whatever. It is what it is.
That was last gamer standing, and that was rigged. I was in first place when the semifinals happened, and it dropped me to second.
For no reason. Honestly, I feel like you should have still been an honorable mention there, because you were literally in first for a good while, because of the connections you have. You managed to get your friends to bring you the first. We kept you in first, and at the last possible second, somehow...
The clock hit 0, mind you, when this happened.
Somehow, the guy that miraculously got first, just miraculously got first. I don't know what happened, I don't know why, because I think even at the last second, I even dropped another $10 to keep him first.
You dropped $10, Admin Laguna dropped 100 when the clock was at 0.01.
Like, legitimately, it seems like you should have won that, but I mean, I guess Game Informer has their money now, and they probably already spent it on what?
Well, Game Informer wasn't the one who, Game Informer didn't host that tournament. I don't remember who, but yeah, that was bullcrap, but anyways, Game Informer is officially back after GameStop was like, goodbye guys, you guys, we can't keep you around. I don't remember the reasoning, but they closed down during the summer. Now they're officially back, the magazine's coming back, the digital format is also coming back for them, and we're supposed to be learning about new perks and stuff soon for their subscription, so pretty excited. I grew up with these guys, they've been around for so long delivering gaming information. They've always been my primary source as well for gaming information, so pretty happy about that.
Honestly, I do not blame you, because Game Informer... I've never subscribed to them, but I remember you subscribed to them for a very long time. And I'm surprised, in all of my visits, I never picked up one of your Game Informer magazines. I don't know why. I guess I never really seen them around. But I know you've subscribed to them for a long time. You even have one with a nice looking FF7 cover back when they were covering Remake. So,
yeah, they did one with the FF16 and it was Rebirth that they were covering. It was a beautiful Sephiroth cover that I was obsessed with.
Oh, I was thinking Remake, like way back in like 2020, way back around that era. I think they were still going.
Well, yeah, they covered it, but it didn't get the cover. Rebirth got the cover, and so did 16.
Huh.
But yeah, that's another thing I love is the cover art. It's so cool.
Oh well, yeah. I know you've showed me a few of the cover arts. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I know they were actually really beautiful.
I know I showed you Tales of Arise. I obviously showed you the first one with Sephiroth, and I don't remember the other one. Still have all those sitting in my room, though. Literally, each and every issue for the last 3 or 4 years is sitting in my room.
Well, I know what I'm doing when I get my ass over there, but that is for another time. Because that's for something coming in August, which we may or may not talk about later. Should we talk about it?
Might as well. I mean, there's gonna be voice actors and stuff at the event.
That's true.
Talk about experiences.
I don't even know who all is going to be there just yet. I imagine you do, because you've been keeping up with that kind of stuff more than I have.
Yeah, there's... Ironically, Star Wars people are gonna be there. Avatar is gonna be there. So yeah, those are the ones I remember offhand.
I do remember you mentioned they were gonna have a Star Wars voice actor, and I'm just like, okay. I guess it depends on which voice actor they're.
Well, they have Obi-Wan there. Their Obi-Wan's gonna be there, so I'm excited for that one.
Okay, that one's fair. That one's completely fair. Obi-Wan was fantastic. He is still a fantastic character. Love him to death.
I think they have. I know they have others. I just, again, I don't always remember because like I get the notification, but then I see Star Wars. I'm just like, bruh, I don't care now.
Yeah.
Oh, Legolas from Lord of the Rings is gonna be there. I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned a Lord of the Rings guy was gonna be there. I forgot about that. God, I really need to rewatch that franchise too. The most I remember from that is friggin' Smeagol being like, "My precious." I can't do Smeagol.
Yeah, anyways, a little off topic, but well, again, welcome back, Game Informer, because you are my precious.
Okay, I don't know how you could find Stitch with Gollum. I have very many questions, but they can wait. In the meantime, welcome back, Game Informer. Good to have you back.
We
probably still won't subscribe to you because I already have a best buddy that subscribes to you. And granted, I've never read any of your content, but there's a time and place for everything. In the meantime, we have some Titanfall 3 coming out, which has been a long time. Should have been coming.
At least allegedly, anyways.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, this part is a bit more of a rumor, but it could very well be true.
I don't know, because, yeah, right now it's not confirmed by the developers themselves, which I think was... Wait, who did Titanfall?
Respawn.
Respawn. We're still waiting for Respawn, because as far as I know, back then they abandoned the project, because at the time I believe they were doing the now
Apex
very
Split.
Overrated title, yeah, Apex Legends. They put all their focus on that. I tried it once or twice, and not for me. Sorry, not for me.
I tried a few times during the FF7 collab because FF7 it just sucks. Why can't Fortnite have that collab?
I wanted to try the FF7 collab, but I missed out on it. I didn't get to. I kept forgetting to play it. Never got to play it then. Never got to see any of the FF7 content they brought in, so it got missed out on completely, and yeah, still discussing the game, would never play again.
I won one game using the Buster Sword only, and that was the only fun I had with it. Otherwise, I just don't like the game.
Yeah, that sounds alright. Using a Buster Sword sounds like the best time ever. I wish I had gotten to experience that, but at the same time, I don't even know why Square Enix decided to partner with the worst shooter game of all time. Come on, Epic Games could have used that collab Square. Not really, the point though. Respawn, bring back Titanfall. We had so much fun. I miss our bits we did in Titanfall 2 when we got that free on PS Plus. I miss the fun we had. I don't even remember what all there was to the game. I just remember pistoling it a lot.
I know and with Titanfall 3, the rumors are like there's a co-op campaign, which I'm just like, I need games to do that more often. I feel like that's kind of lacking from creativity.
I feel like that should have been done in the Black Ops 6 too. Like we should have been able to have a co-op campaign, but we didn't get one. We had to play solo, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I still thought the campaign was very fun, very interesting, a lot of content, and the character skin you got from it was 100% worth it. I do not regret going through the campaign at all for Black Ops 6.
Yeah, but anyways, I hope Titanfall 3 is fun. I hope the gunplay is fun, so on and so forth. Not really much to say there until it gets confirmed, but next up is the shadow drop of the century. Or at least to some people it is. The Oblivion Remastered announced today.
I don't know why they decided to shadow drop it. Especially since I don't have the money. It's fine. I probably won't be able to play this right away. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've always wanted to get into Oblivion, and to see a remaster built from head to toe in
Unreal Engine 5.
Unreal Engine 5. That sounds really cool, and this sounds like it's going to be fantastic and beautiful. and PC crashing because my STG Alberta is not gonna handle it very well. I know this. Yes. I've had this computer for at least a couple years, and it's like, yeah, you're not running that game. You can't even run Fortnite to some. You can barely run Fortnite at this point.
But yes, Bethesda. It was already leaked, but again, leaks could always be wrong. But Bethesda posted a teaser with the Roman numeral 4, and everyone knew what that meant. So they had like a, I guess we'll say, miniature showcase about Oblivion. It's been in development for 4 years, so since 2021. Remade from the ground up. Remade from the ground up for modern consoles and PC. Looks really good. I mean, I will eventually play it. My one problem, and this might cause a lot of debate and comments, I don't care. They should have picked a different release date for it instead of just shadow dropping it. Because I personally want Clair Obscure Expedition 33 to have its time in the sun. Instead, it's probably just going to be freaking abandoned because everyone's going to be playing Oblivion because Bethesda really chose a piss poor time. But otherwise, the game does look great. I'm not going to lie to you. But Expedition 33, like, it's literally the studio's first game made by 30 people. This game needs to succeed. Bethesda will be fine if Oblivion suddenly wasn't succeeding.
Honestly, I do see where you're coming from. And I don't think Expedition 33 is not gonna succeed. I don't know what to expect from it anyway. I don't remember what you said Expedition 33 was. Didn't you? Was it turn-based?
It is turn-based, but it's kind of hybrid in a way because like you still have to dodge and parry while you're playing the game in combat.
Okay, so I see. So it's kind of like Rebirth in a way, or Tales of.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
You know what? That would be a really cool game to get into. I think people will still get into it. Because there's still a lot of people out there who have played Oblivion. While they are hyped for it, I'm sure there's like new games that people still want to try out rather than reliving the old. Although, I still want to play Oblivion at some point because I only played it very mildly from PS Plus. But that was not really a remaster. It wasn't rebuilt from the ground up. It still had the same
it's the 2006 version.
From 2006, yeah. And it felt weird. I don't know. For some reason, my brain is strange. I cannot play games from back in the day. They feel weird to play these days. I would rather have modernized versions of them. And that's where Oblivion Remaster comes in. And I'm excited to eventually get into it. I might still try it on PC, I'm gonna be completely honest, because Fortnite is on Unreal Engine 5 as well, and my PC runs that kinda good. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, I'll probably end up refunding it and sending it to PlayStation.
Yeah, I do. I will play it. I just, again, I want new IPs to succeed. I want the gaming industry to succeed. And to me, it's just, I don't know, the timing's bad. It really is. I do think Expedition 33 has everything in the world to succeed. But nothing will change my mind about the piss poor timing about just, hey, here's a long-awaited remaster because the Elder Scrolls community has wanted this for a long time. And I am happy for it. But no one could tell me that it was a very bad timing. They could have just released it next week, and it would have been fine.
Honestly though, I mean, I don't blame them for trying to like get it out of the way as soon as possible, get the hype out of the way, not worry about bugs that they could be in the game right away, patch them later. I don't know why, but patch them later.
Well, that's also, it's been in development 4 years, but yeah, they could have. I mean, they really could have just put it next week and it probably would have been fine. They probably could have just, if there was any last minute bugs, just hurry up and get them out of the way. Instead of just, here you go, here's Oblivion Remaster 2 days before a upcoming game comes out. And I don't know, it don't sit well with me. And it's not going to.
Honestly, I don't know. Either way, it's here. I'm excited to eventually play it. I might try and pick it up next paycheck, or my ass is gonna end up going for the Destiny 2 content that I need before I play the Edge of Fate. I'm probably going to try and get all of the DLC before then. But that is a discussion for after May. But I do want to try and get caught up, redo the storylines that I'm behind on, because I know my Warlock still has some stories that need to be done that they haven't been able to do, because I had the expansions through you, and being on PC, I'm no longer connected to your account, so I'm no longer on their expansions. So I'm gonna have to pay for those on PC and do the expansions on Steam. Luckily, my computer seems to run Destiny 2 very well, actually. I am personally surprised.
But on to the next thing. We are starting to approach what I like to call is gaming Christmas, because to me it just is. We have Summer Games Fest coming up. Usually PlayStation has a show. I heard it's supposed to be a showcase. Hopefully it is. Those are way more hyped to stay to play. Xbox already announced their showcase. I'm sure we're getting Nintendo Direct, and then the main show itself. As for predictions, I don't know what to expect. The only thing, like, my personal wants is FF9 remake, a new trailer for Onimusha, probably like I want to say second to last trailer for Borderlands 4. I'd be pretty happy with just that. I'm not gonna lie. Well, Nintendo doing Twilight Princess, but outside of that, yeah.
I will say, I also have some fairly decent expectations on some new indie titles that could be dropping as well. Because I still appreciate indie developers. My ass needs to pick up Stray at some point too. I really want to pick up Stray again. Because last time we had it on PS Plus for free, but they took it off of PS Plus and locked it from our accounts. Because it was one of those temporary ads, apparently, and they decided to remove it from us. I thought it was like one of those 3 free games that we just got day one, but it was not. It was instead a game we just got to experience. Luckily, it was a short game. I beat it in no time at all. I did, bitch. You beat it. I almost platinumed it. I might pick it back up to try and do that. But other than that, it was still a very fun game, very great game, 10 out of 10, and I'm hoping for more indie titles to come out like that. So far, the closest thing I've found is Copycat, which is an indie title that came out fairly recently, and it just updated. So, depending on how the update is, I might go back to Copycat to see what changes they did. I don't know what they changed. I might not stream it, I might have to record it and make Geo edit it. Sorry, Geo. We'll see what happens.
I will say for indie things, I think Hollow Knight Silksong and a sequel to Sea of Stars would be fantastic for me.
I did hear about a new Hollow Knight game coming out. I was like, damn, too bad I won't play it, because the last Hollow Knight experience I had was terrifying. And exhausting.
I probably will not play it, but I do love watching others play it. A lot more entertaining that way.
Even though I didn't beat Hollow Knight, the original one I played on PS Plus, I still enjoyed myself, and I still loved the art style to absolute hell. I actually ended up grabbing some pictures from Hollow Knight from the game I played. And I have some like fan art pictures of the Hollow Knight himself in other areas. It is just a beautiful game. Very pretty.
It is very pretty.
Nice environment. Very ominous areas as well. The Hollow Knight character himself looks fantastic. And while I was playing through the game, I've always enjoyed the background of everything. The beautiful background that is very much present. It's a very pretty game. Annoying, but pretty.
Anyways, the other kind of expectation / more of a want, I would really love to see Devil May Cry 6, because we've had Devil May Cry 5 for a hot minute now. And we just had season 1 of its new anime drop, and it was solid. Fortunately, I don't have Netflix anymore. But I did manage to finish it. I do really want to see a new Devil May Cry game. Maybe for PlayStation side of games, we'll probably see like, oh my god, Intergalactic. I forgot the full name, but it was Naughty Dog's new IP. I think it's like Intergalactic Project or something like that. I don't quite remember. And then, oh my god, I really don't remember what they showed at the State of Play, but it was another new IP that looked interesting from the creators of Returnal. That one looks good. Maybe we'll see Witcher 4. I really don't know what to expect or predict to be there.
I would like to see more of Witcher 4. That game has me excited. That game looks fascinating, and it looks like the main character might be Cece. Is her name Cece or Siri?
Siri, but she is confirmed to be the main protag.
Sorry, Cece was a Markiplier character.
Oh,
that's my
bad. wait. I do remember another thing. I want to see more Ghost of Yotai, which is technically the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima.
Sorry. Gio, cut that out and blow me up.
That game is supposed to be releasing this year, so I'm just like, please give us a PlayStation showcase. Show us all the goodies. Actually, as a matter of fact, show us Wolverine already. Like, what are we doing here?
I would like to see. Yeah, wait, what the fuck happened to Wolverine? That game was announced years ago. Like back when Spider-Man 2 was being announced. Spider-Man 2 is already out.
Literally.
Where the fuck is Wolverine? Got me feeling got me feeling like a fucking Freddy Krueger from Epic Rap Battles of History. And what the fuck is a Wolverine? Some kind of angry beaver?
Is it in development, Hell Insomniac? You could tell us the truth at any time. You keep saying development's going well, but we haven't seen a new trailer since the teaser in 2021. Or 22, I'm pretty sure it's 21 though.
That many years. It's already 2025, and we have seen nothing on Wolverine. I was excited for this game, mind you. I was gonna play it at some point, and turns out, I think we were gonna like play it sometime after Spider-Man 2, hoping it would be dropped sometime around those times.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be dropped in 2024.
It has not come out. It is still in development, and we don't know what they're doing with it. We don't know if they're getting like things that need to be cut out because of the IP owners. I don't know. I kind of doubt that, because like they had Deadpool say so much shit about Wolverine and Deadpool versus Deadpool and Wolverine, so I don't know.
Literally, we're getting a new. We've gotten more Onimusha Way of the Sword content than Wolverine, and that's kind of sad, because that was announced literally Game Awards last year. Wolverine is dead.
Wolverine has fell off the face of the earth, and we don't know what's happened. I hope it's not turning into a Wonder Woman situation where they're gonna decide to focus on Marvel content. DC, Warner Bros.
Yeah, you guys will be getting shit on here in a second, but
Insomniac,
I hope you guys are okay. Like for real, see, it's like you guys kind of just. I get it. You're tired of us asking, because you know you kind of. Some things you say on Twitter at times can be a little aggressive, but you guys gotta realize you have not showed us anything in years. We only saw the teaser, and that was it.
That was about it. And it looks good, don't get me wrong. I was actually really excited for the game. I don't know if you're like saving it for another time, if you're trying to save it for a time where it won't get shafted, like Expedition 33 is probably going to, thanks Oblivion. I have no idea. But I do hope to see more from the game, because I've completely forgotten about it too until you just now brought it up.
I mean, I'm just saying, if PlayStation announces a showcase, it has to be there. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't be. That would be such a wasted opportunity. And the showcase rumors are flying red hot, so it's like a good chance someone's right about it, because the leaker known as Jeff Grubb is the one who started the thing about PlayStation announcing a showcase, and he's been very accurate, so.
Here's the hoping. I almost forgot the developer name. Insomniac. Please give us the Wolverine game already. I mean,
no, really,
honestly, I would like you guys to eventually develop a proper Guardians of the Galaxy game too. No offense, Square, but your Guardians of the Galaxy could have been better. We need a Guardians of the Galaxy game where we can play as all the Guardians, not just Star-Lord. I love Star-Lord to death, don't get me wrong. He's a great character. He always will be. But I'm Rocket Raccoon biased, and I can only play as Rocket Raccoon currently in Marvel Rivals. We need more games where we can play as the raccoon.
It's a good thing Square didn't develop that in-house. That was sourced to the studio they decided to sell because yes.
Yep. And honestly, I hope that the studio is doing fine and not shut down. Because that game was actually pretty fun. I don't know why, but I never beat the game, but it was fun. I don't know why, but sometimes when I play games, for some reason I tend to put them down when I'm towards end game. I don't know why I have that problem.
That was me with Hogwarts Legacy. For 2 weeks, I put it down because I knew I was about to fight Ragnarok, and I was like, "Wait, I didn't finish the game. Crap! Hold on."
I have the same problem with what was it called? Brutal Legend. If any of you can remember that title with Jack Black. Classic game, still fantastic. I love it. But I forgot to beat it. I legitimately got to endgame. I was on the last fight, the final boss fight you have to do. I put the game down. I haven't touched it for like 3 or 4 years. What is wrong with me?
Geo, make this meme. No one, absolutely no one. Destined Hero and Soldier trying to finish getting to endgame. Nah, I don't really feel like it.
Yes! No, really though. Why do I turn into SpongeBob when he got kind of adopted by Plankton? Like, what the hell?
Lost.
Oh yeah, there was a bet. That was what happened. Yeah, and he just turned into I don't really feel like it. That should become
that's us towards endgame.
Whenever we get endgame. It's like, I don't really feel like it. I'm probably gonna end up doing the same thing with Skyrim. I am on the precipice of getting the Ariel's bow, and I'm just at the point where it's like, I don't really feel like it.
I swear if I do that for Witcher 3, I'm gonna be so mad because I'm really loving the game, but it's like, if I hit that SpongeBob moment, I'm gonna be like, alright, I quit, I'm done, I surrender.
I don't see it not happening, honestly. I think I've done that to more than just SpongeBob. I mean, more than just Brutal Legend, all these other games.
I mean, I did that to Skyward Sword.
Wait, I am horrible. I did that to Naruto too. I did that to Shippuden.
You monster! You can swallow, but
I have left that anime put down for so long. It has been months since I last watched the 4th grade Ninja War portion of the season.
No one, absolutely no one. Soldier getting towards the end of Naruto. Nah, I don't really feel like it.
I am horrible with finishing things. I am so bad. I have to be really enticed by the show, but it also has to be short enough where I can watch it in one sitting. If I can't watch a season in one sitting on a day off, I'm probably not finishing it. In fact, actually, as a random thought and a complete subject change, I finally got into Hell of a Boss.
Oh, well, okay, you're gonna love Fan Expo, then they have a lot of those VAs up there.
Oh, ooh, do I get to meet Luna? Oh man,
I don't know if Erica Lindbeck's gonna be there, but I need her to be there. But
so good. I don't know why, but I loved it.
You wanna know a fun fact about Luna? She's voiced by the same person who did Jessie in Remake and Rebirth.
Ooh, wait, that's actually insane.
And Shion from Tales of Arise.
Jesse, you mad lad, you turned
from
a hyper
thirsty chick for Cloud.
Yeah, hyper thirsty chick for Avalanche to a sexy emo. Wait a minute, Luna.
No, but Erica Lidbeck, you're an absolute legend. I hope we can have you on here at some point to talk about your experiences in the voice acting industry, because you're everywhere.
Wait,
absolutely everywhere.
If she's there, we could ask her.
I know. Cough, cough, hint, hint, wink, wink.
Wink, wink. We've got to. I know what we're doing. But that is a discussion for another day as well. I got a little ahead of myself, but yeah, I've actually fallen in love with Hell of a Boss. If you're a down bad degenerate like me, you're gonna love it.
Speaking of things you haven't finished, Tales of Arise, mister!
This is
Get
true.
on
This
it!
is true. I'm on the final planet, and I have finally made it to the planet that runs the show. I haven't finished it. I don't even think I'm halfway into the planet. I'm not even at end boss.
I finished it and the DLC. That is still one of my favorite RPGs to ever exist.
Oh yeah, it's still a great RPG. I still absolutely love
the mage character that I forgot her
Rinwell. That's her name.
I wanted to say Hermione out of stupidity.
I wanted to say
Rinwell.
Rain something, but I was like, that's not right.
Rain on me! Okay, no, for real, we've gotten way off topic.
Don't sue us, Lady Gaga. Anyway, yeah, back on topic. STF, don't let us down. We will find you, and we will do absolutely nothing because we have no power in anything.
And we'll beat up Will and Jeff Keighley at the same time.
I honestly hope Dio does something fun with my we will find you, and we will do absolutely nothing because we have no power in this anything.
Our only power is our content creation power and streamer power.
Which is very minimal right now because we're not even verified.
I mean, we're somewhat verified on
Twitch,
but not on YouTube.
We're affiliated with Twitch, but we're not verified content creators. We're not partners of Twitch yet. I don't know how long it'll take for that to happen. I don't know how long it'll take for me to actually stream something. But who knows? We'll find out.
I've definitely been more on my grind, but regardless, Jeff Keighley, if you let us down, I will find you, and I will RKO Will again.
Yeah, Summer Games Fest, if you let us down, we will hunt you down, and we're gonna give Will a pedigree just because we can. Take that, Will.
Yeah, Will. Will might be on this podcast one day, and we're gonna beat him up the entire time.
Yeah, that's gonna be the episode 2, Awaken Destiny, episode 10, the Will fight. I had a better title in mind, but I blanked out and just went with that. I hate
For real though, Summer Games Fest, please give us just a good showing from everyone. PlayStation, Nintendo, the indies, the main show, Xbox, which somehow still one of my favorite showing last year, which was crazy to me, but not the point.
Yeah, that is strange to me, but I mean, you know, their showcase was pretty decent last year. But moving on to our next topic, Nintendo.
Yippee Yahoo!
I got my eyes on you. You may have won me over with Mario Kart World, but you have not won me over completely. Where is Twilight Princess?
Why is it locked behind your most failed modern day console in the Wii?
Interestingly enough, I actually have met someone who has a Wii U. Not in person, mind you. If I met them in person,
my brother has a Wii U.
I'd probably ask to play it. But, I have met someone who has one on Chill Out VR. And I believe I obviously brought up that Twilight Princess is currently locked behind on that shit console. However, that's not what this topic is about. It's mostly just like Nintendo, where it's coming, what it's at right now, what's gonna be what we expect to come and what we hope to come. Which,
I will say,
obviously, I've already said what I hope to come, and I don't know if it will or not. That's up to them. They better.
Twilight Princess Switch 2, but yes, for real, I'm gonna start this off a little more. The direct I do think was good. They did really show off quite a bit. It was more than I expected.
Oh yeah, the Switch 2, the Switch 2, like, complete announcement direct was fantastic, actually. It got me really excited to see a lot of games actually hit 120 FPS.
If
I don't
possible,
know
of course,
they're
because
doing...
it's Nintendo.
Oh yeah, 4K as well. 4K
mostly for
120.
the first. Well, it's 4K 60, but we get 1080p 120. We'll see how true that is, because again, it's Nintendo. But for 4K, I was expecting most of it to be first party, because as we already know, the third party is supposed to run like a PS4 game. I'm just like, PS4 was 1080p, so you're kind of false advertising a little bit there.
Yeah, because if they're expecting it to be as powerful as the PS4, they're going a lot behind. I do remember he showed me the whole article that was talking about that. He showed me his source that mentioned it, and I'm like, PS4 seems a little underballing, because that console is already long dead. Everybody wants a PS5 nowadays. Nobody's saying that they want a PS4 anymore. They want a PS5.
Really.
That console is as dead as your Wii U.
And as I've said before, I would hope that it would be at least PS4 Pro power, because that is essentially 4K. But no, they just flat out said PS4 for their third party essentially, because a lot of people had hands-on previews, which Nintendo did announce, and almost all of them said that the third party they played was scaled to PS4 scaling. I was like, that's not 4K though. You're not giving us 4K. Especially since you played it docked where the 4K is supposed to happen.
If they're talking about PS4 Slim, that's still not 4K. That's at least 1080p. And don't get me wrong, that does mean it's gonna run good. That doesn't mean it's gonna have fast loading times, because PS4 didn't have the fastest loading times, as we all know. No. I played Horizon Zero Dawn on 4. It took forever to get to what I wanted to do.
Yeah, there's a big difference between the PS4 version of Dawn and PS5. But the Switch 2, again, it's allegedly 4K 60 docked, and then 1080p 120 not. We'll see where that goes. I don't quite know, but they announced a lot of third-party titles like Remake Intergrade, which finally on another platform for anyone who has not played it. I can't recommend it enough. If you're a Nintendo fan, get the game on Switch 2, play it. You'll probably like it. Rebirth is more than likely on its way somehow, some way. But that one's obviously going to take longer because, again, it is a Nintendo platform.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to take a lot longer anyway, because they had to release it on the PS5. They couldn't even do a PS4 version. So if they do end up doing Rebirth, they're going to have a lot of compressing to do. They're going to have to optimize it hardcore just for the Switch 2. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna play it docked a lot. I don't and can't use handheld mode on the Switch I have now, so I'm probably gonna use it docked out of habit anyway. But I'm excited for it nonetheless. The thing that has me the most excited from the Switch 2 is the fact we'll get to be able to revisit GameCube, which is something that was rumored for a long time. And it's just now coming to fruition with this new console that they're releasing.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's actually what got me the most hyped. I'm with you on that one. You know me. You've known me for years. I'm a GameCube kid when it comes to what I grew up with. That, the PS1, PS2, Game Boy, and DS, but I was always either on the GameCube or the freaking DS. Eventually, though, I became a really big PlayStation kid, as we all know that I am today. But I love the fact that the GameCube is coming to Switch Online.
I was kind of all over the place whenever I was gaming. I was between the GameCube, the PS2, the Wii, the Xbox, the PC. I was all over. I even had all the handhelds. The only thing I didn't have was a PS1, a PS3, an Xbox OG, a Nintendo 64. I missed out on a lot. But I did have a Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Flip. I forgot what that one was called.
That was the Game Boy Advance SP.
SP, yeah.
I actually have one of those currently sitting on my gaming.
Those
things are nice.
I had one of those currently sitting all the way over in Oregon with my brother. I don't know if he still has it or if he ended up giving it away or selling it. I don't know. It's up to him to DM me if he ends up watching this. Brother, you hear this?
I will find you, and I will RKO Will after you say
I'm gonna be honest.
but for real,
hit me up, seriously. Text me more, Harley. What are you doing? Anyway.
But for real, I am excited about the GameCube stuff. I mean, I already own Gale of Darkness, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, on the GameCube. I still have my GameCube, but what I'm excited for is to play Coliseum. I never got to touch that one.
True.
And of course, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Ike is my favorite Fire Emblem character, but I only played the one on the Wii, which was Radiant Dawn, I believe.
I mean, honestly, the only Fire Emblem I ever played was the Three Houses. So, honestly, my favorite has to go to Balana. I don't know anything about Ike or Marth, but they would have been my favorites if I had played their games, or if I had never touched the Three Houses to begin with. Although my only gripe with it is that I'm currently stuck, and I for some reason will not look up a walkthrough to figure out what I'm stuck on, and I don't feel like picking it back up, because effort. I don't even know how close I am to endgame. I don't care. I'll figure it out another day.
That was me with Jedi
Give
Survivor.
me 4 years.
I was streaming it, and
Maybe
I was like, I'm bored of this game. But
honestly, it's not that it's a
fantastic.
boring game. It's very interesting. I mean, it's not as great as like any of the games where you can actually interactively fight. It has your standard RPG fighting style where it's just like kind of turn-based and kind of weird. I don't really care too much for it. It's basically Pirate 101 for Nintendo. I don't care too much for it. I would rather play Wizard 101, but that's not the point.
And it's a tactical game, but going back more into the Switch 2 Direct, and this is where I do give Nintendo flack, and I'm going to continue giving them Nintendo flack. I mean, if you buy the bundle, because I mean, obviously they for some reason just did not announce the price of the Switch 2 or the bundle until after the fact. But if you buy the bundle, you are getting Mario Kart World for $50, essentially, which is great and all. But if you don't, because not everyone really wants to put out the money for the bundle, then you have to pay $80. To me, Nintendo should not, in any capacity, been the one to freaking pull that freaking card at all. Their games are not that high quality, most of it, especially recently.
No, they're really not. I think it's outrageous that they're charging $80 for a game. That is horrendous. Nobody should have to pay $80 to play a game. It's bad enough we pay $70, but on the $70 games, they're really good quality. Nintendo should have stuck with charging $60 tops for a game. They should still expect profit from their games either way. And I already know a good amount of people are getting Mario Kart World bundled. I even have a friend on Zilla VR who's saying he's gonna get Switch 2 bundled with Mario Kart World, not just me. I think a lot of people are gonna end up doing that, and I know I'm gonna have to fork out extra because I want to get the GameCube controller. Even though it's only going to be usable in the GameCube thing, that's what I'm going to be using 90% of the time. I'm at the other 10% might be playing Mario Kart. I don't know.
It really depends for me. I know I will eventually get one. I'm also going to be that whore to get Remake Intergrade on the Switch just because I'm a Final Fantasy VII shill and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Yes, I know, and we all know you have the OG Final Fantasy VII on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation for some reason.
And I have an Xbox copy because someone for some reason gifted that to my Xbox account that I don't use, so I literally have it there.
I wouldn't be surprised if you for some reason had the mobile app, because I think that exists.
I do have the mobile app, but no, I'm not. I looked at my library. That's how I knew it was there. I was like, when did I get this? I don't play on Xbox anymore. And I was told, I was like, oh, I mean, okay, thanks, but I didn't really need it again. But I'm not gonna complain if I.
You know, I would not be surprised if you have OG7 on your phone in your Google Play Store paid for at this point.
Don't tempt me.
It costs money. It's not that expensive. I think it's like $5. I think.
It is. It's
Don't quote me on that.
5 or 6, but yeah. I'll get integrated. I will probably get Mario Kart World bundled. I will say the new Donkey Kong game that is $70. So like, I guess it depends on the game, but Mario Kart should not be 80. It just shouldn't.
Mario Kart is way overpriced. I'm not gonna lie.
And some of the crazier things to me is like, I don't know what Hogwarts Legacy is going to feel like on Switch 2, because again, if third party is PS4, then what is Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch 1 classified as? Because that was way worse.
Yeah, no. Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch 1 I could classify as a linear story. It's not open world like it is on PS5 and PC and Xbox.
Literally.
I think. I don't know. I've never seen Switch gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy. I might look into it sometime. I don't know what to expect. It's probably as shit as I expect.
It's definitely not great. I mean, it's still open world, but like, again, if it's supposed to play like the PS4 version, that feels underwhelming. Like, that should at least be a little bit better than that.
I mean, I guess the PS4 version, if I had waited until then, it probably would have still been fine. I don't know why, but actually, when Hogwarts Legacy was still on pre-order for the PS4, I ended up picking a PS5 like a week or two before it came out. I'm crazy.
I remember that.
And I ended up playing it then, and I had a blast with it. I played it for a while since, and it took until sometime last year I actually platinumed the game, and I still love the game to this day, and would still pick it back up if my PS5 was not busted at the moment and turned itself off on me. Rude.
Okay, so I feel like they might have replaced FF7 with Ever Crisis. I'm not finding it, but regardless, there's that. I will say one hope I have for the Switch 2 going forward. I don't necessarily need a new Smash Bros. Game. I just need Ultimate to run on a more powerful piece of hardware. Give me that, and I'll probably play that even more than what I'm doing now. Maybe add a few extra characters just because, you know, make it feel like a Switch 2 edition of the game. That'd be fantastic.
Huh.
And then Best Buddy dies.
Yeah, you're right. I think they got rid of the FF. They have FF8 still, FF9, or
yeah, they have all the FFs that can run on mobile.
3,
but like
5,
OG7's not there.
4.
4 is great. I love 4.
Dimensions, Forte. They have a 3D remake of FF4.
Yeah, that one was the best version. I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, I know that. Yeah, I could have swore they had the FF7 mobile app. I don't know what they did with that. Oh well.
I'm gonna
probably did like get
over.
rid of it and put Ever Crisis over it. I don't know. I know Ever Crisis is like an expanded version of the OG FF7 story.
I mean, it has all the stories. Like, at some point, Advent Children's gonna be a playable thing, which is crazy to think about. That's kind of what I'm waiting for too before I pick it back up, is waiting for Advent Children to pop up. I already know the story of it, but I want to know what it feels like to play it, I guess.
Wait, what feels like to play what? I blanked out.
Advent Children, since it's supposed to be like actually playable in Ever Crisis. Yeah, that sounds really cool to me.
I could see that. I mean, honestly, I would like to see that too. I need to get back on Ever Crisis. I don't know why, but I stopped playing it. I could play it. I have a better phone that can run the game. I was initially playing it before on an emulated phone. I think I was using Nox It was a really good phone launcher, but it was not the best, especially for my PC. So whenever I'd get to a certain part with Nanaki, the game would crash, and I would have to relaunch the game all over again. So I gotta try getting the game on. I gotta try like actually fully installing the game on my Samsung Flip. I think my Flip will handle it much better. My Flip has been a great phone. It's handled Simulacra 1 and 2 beautifully, and I still need to start 3 better.
Yeah, oops. I actually just launched Ever Crisis because I know my phone can handle that at max settings.
Oh yeah, I'm sure mine can too. Mine's handled Simulacra pretty well, so I'm sure Ever Crisis will be baby mode.
Yeah, essentially, but essentially, as I already said, my hope for Switch 2, at least one big hope, is a better version of Smash Ultimate, essentially. And I mean, because I don't know if Sakurai's honestly gonna do another Smash. He could, that'd be cool. But I would be happy with just a 60 FPS Smash Bros. With more stable online connection, so I can actually beat up people in game. Obviously, losers out there trying to get me in trouble.
Sorry. Ignore the fact that you just heard FF7 Ever Crisis start up on my end.
Are we both playing Ever Crisis while recording?
No, because my Ever Crisis needs to update.
Mine's updating right now, but anyways, before we actually get distracted with Ever Crisis, let's just wrap this up. Let's get this episode just going.
Alright.
But yeah.
Well, Nintendo talk over. I think there's a lot to cover with Nintendo, and I think we got everything we needed for Nintendo out of the way. So, Warner Bros., we need to talk. Come on, no, have a seat.
Talk,
no, Warner Bros., come on, have a seat. Don't be scared. I won't bite.
Get over here!
Just have a seat, and let's talk. Why in the absolute Sam hell are you making all of these dumb decisions that could actually benefit you? For one, Wonder Woman, a beautiful looking DC game that I'm sure a lot of people would buy. Come on, let's be honest. How many motherfuckers thirst for Wonder Woman? Show of hands right now, how many of you are thirsting for Wonder Woman?
If your hands down, you're lying.
Honestly. I feel like that game would have been very successful, and you guys deciding not to go through with it is a bit stupid. And to make matters worse, add salt to the wound. Why in the hell would you say you're gonna focus on DC content when that's what Wonder Woman is?
No, really, you guys...
Guys,
literally, you shut down like 2 studios. You canceled Wonder Woman, and we're like, we're gonna focus. Actually, this is gonna lead to a lot now that I think about it. We're gonna focus on DC. Okay, but you just canceled Wonder Woman. We're gonna focus on Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, but you just canceled the Definitive Edition like a fucking stupid fuck.
I was actually gonna get to that. Why in Samsung again would you cancel a definitive edition of Hogwarts Legacy?
One of your highest selling titles.
Very bad decision. Hogwarts Legacy
23 million units sold, mind you.
And one of the most pre-ordered games in the history of gaming. I don't know what the #1 most pre-ordered game is. Hogwarts Legacy is up there. It is way up there. I remember seeing Hogwarts Legacy everywhere I looked when that game was coming out or when that game dropped. I saw it everywhere. Everyone was playing it. Everyone was enjoying it. And you cancel the one thing that could have expanded upon it, given us more content to work with. I was so excited for that. I was so excited to see what more you guys were going to do with Hogwarts Legacy. And then I see my best buddy send me the most dreadful tweet of all time. Warner Bros. Has canceled Definitive Edition.
Because we were going to get DLC with it.
Refusing to give us additional side quests. What the hell?
More content. Literally, it would have been more content. Would have been great.
I have legitimately, definitive edition games are great. Definitive edition games are actually great. I played Mafia 2 Definitive Edition recently. Don't know how, but I actually beat it. I didn't put it down like some kind of nerd. I actually beat the game. And I actually had fun. There was probably more content. I don't know. I didn't beat Mafia 2 back in the day. I wouldn't have noticed any differences, but it looked beautiful. The cars were still very fun. I love the cars. I don't know why. They're just 40s to 50s cars. They don't have any of the 70s or 60s cars. But they're still very fun, very nice looking cars. And going through that storyline was actually really fascinating. I was captivated by the storyline with our character and Joe. Don't know why, but I forgot our character's name. The main character.
I haven't played enough Mafia to really say much here, so I might pick it up, I might not.
I mean, it's basically just like GTA, but better.
A lot of things are better than GTA. I miss Saints Row still.
I actually have Saints Row 3, or was it Saints Row 4? I got a Saints Row game on GOG. The Galaxy Gaming. I don't remember what the... I don't remember which Saints Row was though, but it's also in launching, so I can't say. I think it was Saints Row the 3rd, I think.
But regardless, canceling the Definitive Edition of probably your modern day highest selling IP is absurd. I mean, you're giving us a Switch 2 version, and like that's the Nintendo Direct actually. Like if we're going real on this, Nintendo Direct could have announced the Definitive Edition. Instead, you're just like, nope, no extra content. You're gonna wait for Hogwarts Legacy 2 and that's it, pal.
Yeah, like, nope, sorry, pal. You've already sucked out all of your content. You want more? Too bad. You're gonna have to wait for the sequel. Fuck you, Warner Bros. I didn't get a chance to say that yet. But there is another reason why I'm spiting you so hard right now. You guys copyrighted a mechanic you haven't used in years. I don't know if you have plans for it, but why do you have a Nemesis mechanic while other games will let you use their mechanics? You refuse to let other companies use this mechanic. Nemesis mechanic would legitimately, like, and I heard this from a short as well, and I highly agree. Other companies could highly benefit from using the Nemesis mechanic. It could evolve the future of gaming, for all we know.
I mean, that's real here, Reaper. This is the thing that's evolving the freaking future.
It is. The Re-Trilogy may as well just like send it home. They're not gonna be able to use the Nemesis mechanic because Warner Bros. But at least they'll still have something very captivating. I'm excited to see where they bring this trilogy to an end. If it's ending on the 3rd game, I'm beginning to wonder what more they're doing. If there is more beyond 3rd game.
I mean, 3rd game is the finale. They've been very explicit on that, so I think that's all we're gonna get is that 3rd game and maybe another movie, but that's about it.
And by the way, Square Enix, you're not Warner Bros. I don't need to have a discerning talk with you, but do you plan to do Dirge of Cerberus? I would really like to eventually get into that game. I saw some gameplay from the PSP version?
2. It was only on PS2.
Okay. I saw some gameplay from that. It actually looked pretty fun. Despite everything, I would like to see a full remaster of like Crisis Core Reunion style. Please.
No, that would be great. But again, screw you, Warner Bros. You also closed down 2 studios while we're at it, because I was trying to mention that. 2 or 3, I can't remember. And so those are people who are trying to find jobs. And it's like, come on, this has got to stop happening. The layoffs in general just got to stop. Like, you guys are multi-billion-dollar companies. Pay your workers, man. Quit being crap. Quit being a shit stain to the industry, please.
I mean, that can go for a lot of companies, but Warner Bros. Has been the worst of it so far. They haven't even given us the best MK content. Like, MK1 could have been one of their biggest MK titles of all time. Instead, we get less characters than MK11, and a lot of the other characters just become like side characters you can never play as. They just fight with you. What the fuck,
no,
Warner?
Yeah, no, you guys literally forced NetherRealm to do that decision too. Like, they probably would have made if NetherRealm was just its own company. I think MK1 would have been 1,000 times better. Story was cool. I liked the story.
The story was
you
epic.
More.
I love the story, but come on, I need my playable characters if I'm gonna enjoy a game. I have indecisive character syndrome, so I need to have as many characters playable as possible. And I am not gonna have some other characters I could be playing in previous Mortal Kombat games be locked behind... What was the stupid mechanic called?
Cameo.
Cameos.
Cameo fighters.
Why are they locked behind cameo fighters? Come on, Warner. The best thing you did was bring Scream into the game. I want to actually get the Scream DLC, and that is it. That's probably the last bit of money you'll see from me, Warner Bros. I am sorry, but you're making so many bad decisions.
Yeah, I mean, literally, again, NetherRealm needs to be its own independent studio. Mortal Kombat would be fantastic. But,
seriously, yeah,
regardless,
let NetherRealm have their freedom with the game. Keep your ass out of NetherRealm's face.
No, literally, and they're forcing so many cosmetics too. It's like, dude, no one wants microtransactions, 100 billion microtransactions in a Mortal Kombat game.
This is true. If we want cosmetics for our characters to customize, we're gonna earn them. We're not gonna pay for them, you dumb motherfuckers. We did that in MK11. We earned our cosmetics. We didn't pay for them.
No, literally, like.
And I've done that in MK1. I have not put a single dime into the game other than to get the full game. I earned my cosmetics. Every cosmetic I have on MK1, I earned. I did not pay for a single cosmetic.
Like, I actually feel bad for NetherRealm Studios because they're my favorite studio, but I don't like the fact that Warner Bros. Owns them. Or I should say they're one of my favorite studios. But I don't like how Warner Bros. Is just treating that IP. Because they're forcing these bad decisions.
Because, yeah, they have no reason. Like, I get it. You want to try new things. You want to experiment. But that experimenting should not come at the cost of playable MK characters. If you really wanted to do the cameo mechanic, do it. But let the cameos be any character on the playable character list. Don't separate the characters half and half. Half playable, half cameo. Don't do that. That's dumb. Just let the characters be together as one. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm style, where you're doing a 2v2. The character won't be playable unless you press the stick, but they become playable after that. After you push the stick to the left or the right. I believe you were able to switch characters like that. But you were still able to pick any character as your duo partner. And that was a fantastic mechanic. Do that. Hell, I think even before you had a duo system, like NetherRealm had a duo system where you could switch characters, which was fantastic.
And MK11 had a little bit of it, but like they didn't do a whole lot with it, which I thought was stupid.
I could see that, yeah.
But MK9 did it a lot, and that was great. And that's what they need to go back to, is what MK9 did.
Yeah, they need to take back from their older eras. They need to stop trying new things. If they're gonna try new things, at least try the new things while including old things. So far, the best thing out of MK1 to come out has been animalities. And I am sad that the cameos will never have them, unless they decide to merge the cameos together, like I would suggest. Merge the cameos and the playable characters, and let you, like, have, I don't know, the opposite of Sub-Zero and Sonya Blade. Where you can actually play as Sonya Blade and have Sub-Zero be your cameo. Because Sub-Zero can never be a cameo, and Sonya Blade can never be a playable character. Ignore the fact I call her Sonya.
The fact that the sad part is Sub-Zero does have his own cameo is, Not even kidding about that. He does have his own cameo, so does Scorpion.
Right, yeah, you're right, you're right.
You can literally do double Sub-Zero and double Scorpion. It's like,
okay,
could
never
have
mind.
done, could.
Okay, never
But
mind.
the
So
cameos do need to be in the fighter section though, the ones that aren't already replicas.
and you can do vice versa with the main fighters. You can literally
Duplicate,
just
I should say.
merge them together. Merge the cameos and the fighters together. If you really want to do the cameo system, do it right. Treat it like a duos thing. They're fighting together to try and take down their enemy. They are putting in the effort together. But that doesn't mean that they have to be side characters that can only be picked after you pick your main fighter. Because that's dumb. That just makes no sense in the storyline. Or in anything Mortal Kombat related.
They did do really well with what was it? Give me a minute here. They did well with the animality and the friendships. Those were new things, or they were old things, but they re-added them back. That was great. That's
awesome.
The stuff we like. That is the stuff we like. We don't like the gameplay being dumb with cameos.
I will say, when I picked MK1 back up, I abused the hell out of the animality for my main Nitara. I abused her animality so hard when I was doing the invasion thing.
Yeah, it was very fun.
The animalities are like the most fun things you guys did, but I will say, as much shit as I'm giving you, I also really like the way you implemented a lot of the characters. Even though I've never seen Invincible, and I have like heard so many good things about it, I do like the way you implemented those characters as well. You guys have been doing fantastic for the most part, but just lose the cameos mechanic, or maybe if you really want the cameos mechanic, merge it with the playable characters. Allow the cameos to be playable as well. Because otherwise, a lot of PC nerds, they're gonna make the cameos playable. Because that's possible through the power of mods.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not really much. Do you have anything more to say about Warner Bros. At all?
Honestly, no. That was it. The talk is over. You can go back to whatever you're doing, whatever dicks you're sucking, Warner Bros. You can go back to it. I'll stick to my dicks, you stick to your dicks.
And some dicks insider. Shoutout Smosh.
Yes.
But I just to give the conclusion, Nintendo is doing good and bad things simultaneously. It's kind of wild. Game Informer is a big step forward for the gaming industry as a whole because they are fantastic at what they do. Titanfall 3 may or may not be real. Fortnite is Fortnite. Summer Games Fest could be good. Oblivion will be great for anyone who likes it, but it just should not be overshadowing an upcoming RPG/studio. And yeah, that's all I got for my conclusion here.
And Nintendo, keep up the good work, but also do better work. And Warner Bros, fuck you.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us in the comments what you did or did not like about today's discussion. Don't forget to shout out. Don't forget about Lexiwolfz, who did all the beautiful art you see on screen. My profile, Soldier's profile, the Destin Bloodline logo that you see. You'll find her on twitch.tv/Lexiwolfz. You'll find her on Twitter, which is called @Tatewolfz. Fantastic as per usual.
And a heads up for those of you trying to find her, it's not Wolves. It's actually Wolf, but with a Z at the end.
Yeah, Wolf.
Just a quick heads up there. It'll be in the description. Everything we're talking about now will be in the description.
Yes, and don't forget to drop a sub, obviously. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. And until next time, this is your friendly neighborhood Destin Duo, signing off.
Yes, as always. And also don't forget to follow us Twitter. Again, description, podcast out.
Yep. Boom.